Hey guys, and welcome back to another Conan Exiles video. Today we are in the Exiled Lands, in map square D11, building a hideout in the Tundra for a man named Straid. This video mostly features the Northern Timber mod, though all other mods will be in the pinned comment below. So, without further ado, let's get started. Firstly, I started off with, of course, the baseplate. I chose to use Bosonian stone fence foundations to draw out the baseplate and the basic room plan of this cabin. You can't really go wrong with stone and wood. It's such a flexible style that works wonderfully for tons of applications and atmospheres, and it's often my default for cabins because it's just so useful. Onto these stone fence foundations, I placed northern timber ceilings for a rough, dark wooden ceiling that is just a bit more weathered than frontier, without looking as rickety as insulated wood. Next, for the walls. If you saw my last Northern Timber video, you'll know how much I praised the Northern Timber walls for their flexibility and design, so that is what I'll be using again in this build. There were other options, but Stockade was a bit too ramshackle and Bosonian was way too polished, so Northern Timber hit that middle ground just right. I built the walls according to the floor plan I laid out earlier, including windows around the cabin and a staircase at the back of the build leading up to the first floor. I built the walls 2 tiles high on the ground floor in the living area of the build, then building the walls 1 tiles high on the front, left and right side rooms. I then quickly placed down some ceilings on the first floor, covering half of the floor, and then placing walls to a height of 1 tile high on this floor. Next, for the roof. In my mind, the roof is really the make or break part of this build, so I first built the gables, though I did eventually move a couple of things around here and there. As I mentioned last time I used this set, the Northern Timber mod includes shallow slopes and half walls, meaning you can get some really attractive roof designs using these pieces. I'd love to see these pieces in the base game. They are so much fun to use and produce great results. I also used hollow pieces and wall caps in areas where I'd need to vent a lot of smoke from, as you'll see in the furnishing phase. Once I'd finished the roof gables, I then placed the roofs themselves. I debated on a few different material choices, but finally settled upon Murayama. Yes, this roof is intended for Japanese dojo builds, and the gold accents are a little much for this build in certain areas, but I think it was the better choice of the options available. It provides some nice tonal difference whilst also helping to break up any monotony coming from the material choice, and overall they're definitely a benefit to this build. If you're building this structure without this mod, you could of course use Yamatai or Khitan roofs, both would work really well. However, I had to stick within the confines of what this mod offered because I had to use these half and shallow sloped pieces. I built the roofs of varying sizes, shapes and designs, and the multi-leveled roof design really makes this build great. Finally, when the shell of the build was done, it was then time to of course furnish. Approaching the build, I've lit the interior with brass lanterns and included some small decorative items outside of the cabin. Entering the hideout, I've decorated the build thoroughly and delicately. The ground floor includes a small kitchen for baking, a living area, a workshop, and a room for cooking meat and fish. This cabin is the hideout of Straid, an outlaw and renowned thief on the run from his past. Straid lives here with his dog, managing to find the cabin in only a light state of disrepair after escaping his enemies through the western passage from the desert to the Tundra. Straid is a quiet, violent man with age and experience guiding him. He spent many years fighting, killing and stealing, and he probably thinks he'll never get caught for it. He's letting the heat cool off at the moment. It seems his last venture really upset the people of Sevemeru. He's not too worried, not about that anyway. There is one person he's a little concerned about. Upstairs we have a small loft-style bedroom that overlooks the fireplace and the living area, a comfortable place to rest that takes advantage of the roof detailing and verticality within the build. I'm sure Straid is quite comfortable in his hideout, living the quiet life for a while, but as they say, vengeance does come on swift wings, and it appears that someone is on the hunt for him. And there we have it, Straid's hideout in the Tundra in map square D11. Thanks for watching. You guys seem to have really been enjoying the more roleplay focused content as of late, especially the character stories I'm building up to. I'm really enjoying this new approach to build, and it's definitely fueling some really interesting ideas for even more content in the future. If you've enjoyed this video, leave a like and let me know what builds you want to see in the comments below. As usual, anything is welcome. There are new videos coming at least twice a week, so do feel free to subscribe. Only 20% of my viewers are actually subscribed to the channel, so if you're new here and you've enjoyed this video, or you've seen a few of my videos before, hit the big red button to join the coffee cult. There are plenty more videos coming for you to enjoy. As usual, the links to my Twitch, Patreon and Discord are in the description. Don't forget you can get 70% off a 2-year deal with NordVPN when you visit nordvpn.org/iradYT or use code iradYT at checkout. This is the final 70% off sale, so make sure you grab it so you can access everything on the internet safely, securely and anonymously with NordVPN. If you'd like to support the channel directly, you can become an esteemed cultist on Patreon, where you'll get access to exclusive Discord roles, sneak peeks of new videos, and your name at the end of every video. On that note, a thanks to our patrons Sammy, Sadialot, Randar, Connor, Blue Ivy, Velma, Shannara, Torn and Eagle Rose. Again, thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.